I think I can speak for fans everywhere when asking, why now? The Ottawa Senators have fired Guy Boucher a month before his contract was going to expire. Um, it just seems weird to me. So here's what General Manager Pierre Dorian said. I want to thank Guy for his 3 years of service. He's a good person and has been an excellent representative for the Senators. At this point, however, we need a different set of coaching and leadership skills to guide our team through this rebuild. In the interim, Mark Crawford, will bring a different perspective along with a wealth of head coaching experience. TSN Hockey Insider Pierre LeBrun reports Crawford's contract will expire after this season's, just as Boucher's was scheduled to. And here's what the team said in their release. They're looking for a coach who will excel in the following: a teacher who will focus on the development of growth of each player on the team. I thought Key was doing that. A listener who encourages feedback from players and the coaching staff. That's an oddly specific one. So was there a situation going on here where somebody was going to Pierre Dorian and saying Guy Boucher is not listening to the players? But it's weird because if you're going through a rebuild and if your players are going to be younger and your team isn't going to be as talented, don't you want a guy who's going to take control of the room? A communicator who lets every team member know where they stand and what is expected. A tactician who brings structure and game planning that will enhance our rebuild. I don't know what enhance our rebuild means. And maybe it's because I didn't get much sleep last night. But I don't understand what that means. Enhance our rebuild. I we're looking for rebuild enhancement. Oh, is your rebuild coming up short? Like, I don't, is it prescription strength? Like, I don't get it. And I don't get it for this reason. They're like, what, 20 games? Less than 20 games before the end of the year. Why is he getting fired now? So what drama is going on behind the scenes? Or did Guy Boucher not appreciate his team being gutted at the deadline when they're already losing? Like, there's going to be more, I think, to this than what we're seeing. Because Boucher was a decent coach. I don't put any of this on him at all. This is one of those weird things that there has to be more to it than this. There has to be something that's going to come out. Bruce Garrick said, I'm surprised and not surprised by the Boucher firing. And then Senators search for next coach unlike any other. And that's in quotes. Yeah, here's the problem. You're going to be going out looking for coaches. And you're now, we've already talked a lot, and we've talked ad nauseum about how Ottawa's treated players on their way out the door. And, it starts with Hoffman and Carlson and how that whole mess fired everything into the ground. And not just that, but just the trades that were being made the previous season turned out to be poorly thought out. And, this was a Senators team that after that run to the Eastern Conference Championship, I think they thought they were better than they were. And when I say they, I mean Eugene Melnyk too. I think Melnyk looked at that run and went, oh, we're going to win a cup here. And I think he's still in that. That's why anytime you see Melnyk in an interview, he'll say, well, we were one goal away from the Stanley Cup Finals. So in his eyes, yeah, no, you can get there when it's not really that easy. A very, very difficult thing to become one of the final four teams in the league because you have 30 other GMs who don't want to do you any favors. 30 other teams that are trying to do the same thing, trying to get to that ultimate goal of winning a Stanley Cup. It is extremely difficult to win that trophy. And so I'm bewildered by the timing. So that tells me there was probably something else going on behind the scenes, whether it was a blow-up between Boucher and Dorian or Boucher and Melnyk, because Melnyk's hands-on with everything. Melnyk just had a meltdown with the whole LeBret and Flats people, and that fell through. And now, within a day or two of hearing that that's fallen through, now their coach is fired. So who's going to coach there? That's the question I have, is what coach meets those criteria that's going to say, yeah, no, I want to coach the Senators. Crawford's contract's up at the end of this year. I can't see Mark Crawford taking that job. Crawford's a really nice guy, though, and I remember him from being a coach of the Canucks and through various coaching stops he made. Dallas was not a great stop for him. He was in Dallas, right? I know he was in LA. He's had a lot of coaching stops, Mark Crawford, and he's had varying levels of success with each one. I don't know that he would be the guy to use to go through a rebuild either. Yeah, so we'll see what happens here, but the Senators have made a move that it surprises me. I shouldn't be able to be surprised anymore, but Mark Crawford takes over in the interim. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.